Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my GregBlock series. I've just finished cooking up my aquatic coil blocks. So let's go ahead and, I forgot about that, complete the quest. And it looks like there are the coils, the Naquata alloyed coils aren't a quest. They might be somewhere else, I don't know though. Well, maybe that just opened it up. No, I don't see them. I would assumed it would have been like down here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get these on here. So this should allow me to make the alloys in here, and I won't have to switch out the coils with my reactor because that was going to be annoying. Alright, and in between episodes, I did make a new turbine here, so now I have two going on the helium plasma, and I actually I changed out the rotor holder. If you see, it says it's a UV. So this is the best holder I can get, and it gives you 10,800 RPM. And I am currently producing, with that duranium rotor, almost 20,000 EU per tick from both of these. So both of these plasma turbines are producing 40,000 EU per tick. And I did some little bit of rearranging, but I added two new input hatches, and one I have radon in, and the other I am just kind of on demand with gallium. So if I want, let's see. So I can just put 32 ingots of gallium in here, and this is the amount of duranium I'm actually going to get. So if I put 32 gallium in there, I'll actually get 32 duranium. Now this recipe, or the radon recipe, I'm technically not supposed to be doing. Yeah, technically I'm not supposed to be able to do this recipe yet. So I probably won't. I do have my chemical reactor with the plutonium running again, but it's very, very slow, so I can't produce a lot of this. So when this is done, I'm not going to be using the reactor, to produce any more radon until I have upgraded. But anyway, I need to kind of figure out where I'm going next in this pack. My main goal is I do want to upgrade the fusion reactor. So that is definitely a main goal of mine. So we can either do that. Let's see what so the Mark II, which uses these mainframes, are not the easiest to do. Everything else is pretty easy. I mean, 32 times 2, that is going to take a while. Europium is good. I mean, all this stuff is pretty easy, although this is not. Alright, so to get this, I'm going to need to be creating these neuroprocessing units. And this is definitely a gate here that I don't have the infrastructure. So we are going to have to start looking into this before I can move up to the Tier 2 fusion reactor. I'm going to need these circuit boards, which I've been kind of putting off, and I need UU matter. So I'm going to have to get into that. I'm going to need stem cells, which I found out these come from eggs. Ooh, look at that. Percent chance, 5% chance on an EV. Ooh. Okay, so that is something I'm going to have to definitely get a farm going and producing lots and lots of eggs, because a 5% chance and I need 8 of those for one of these. And this uses 8. Oh, okay, so I need to definitely be looking into a farm. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, how to get chicken eggs. I don't know if I don't think... Yeah, I don't think this thing will... The rancher... I don't think this is going to get eggs. I just love my skeleton horse there. Okay, so that is something I need to look into. But I think it's time to get into UU matter here. So to get UU matter, I need positive and neutral matter in a mixer. Pretty easy. And then this stuff is just in a mass fabricator, just depending on whatever I put in it. Gets you different amounts. So argon and chlorine is 17 and 18. Deuterium is 1 and 1. And I should probably go through here and see, I mean, mercury, 80 and 120, that's pretty good. It takes 1,000 seconds though. Obviously that'll be reduced by the tier. I'll probably do EV. Okay, but I'm not going to go through every single one of these. I mean, radon, look at that. If I could produce a lot of radon. Basically, the more time it takes, the more matter you get out of it. I'm kind of noticing. But I did notice, I think, I have tons and tons of cinnabar. If I look at this, cinnabar gets me 48 and 68, and I have thousands of that. I have 12,000 that, and I have 17,000 neodymium. Can this be? Yeah, this gives me a whole lot too. So these are probably... I'll probably be... Manganese is another one. Unfortunately, stone dust doesn't do it. But let me get the couple machines here. Yeah, let me get the mass fabricator, I think. I'm probably going to do EV. So I'm going to need to get this fuel generator. Anything crazy here? No, just osmium and another star. I mean, this is super easy to make now. Mass fabricator. Oh, I can use the crystal circuits, processors, so 2 EVs. Yeah, that's just going to take me some crafting, I think, to get these. So let me... Ew, okay, that one, that's not... I don't like that. But yeah, let me get some of these machines, and I will be back. Yeah, alright, I think I got everything needed for the mass fabricator and replicator. These do require the circuits that are tier higher. So this is EV, but it actually requires the insane voltage. So that's something to keep in mind on. So there's the mass fabricator and the replicator. And I got those. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, to be honest. Let's see if think I did. Yeah, I did this one. So mass fabricator. What's this? Aquata rector. I've looked into that, and I don't know. I can't seem to. I guess, maybe I'll look into the reactors. It just seemed like a lot of infrastructure needed to not produce. Much more difficult than the plasma turbines I have. I actually added one more turbine too. So now I have 4. I hate how the thing bugs out, because they are running, and they're all running at 19,000 or 20,000 EU per tick basically, so I'm generating about 80,000 there. Yeah, and I've completely filled up these batteries. So no problem running my blast furnace. Alright, anyway. I'm thinking maybe over here, this is kind of the stuff that I just have running if needed. Like kind of constantly running. So I think I'm going to put it over here. Alright, so let me put the mass fabricator here. Now this is technically supposed to pull 8 amps worth of power here. But I don't think it does. So if we look at the Cinnabar, which is probably what I'm going to do, because I get 48 and 68, that's a pretty decent amount. It takes quite a while though, but that's okay. I'll just have this running constantly, but it's supposed to take 8 amps. And I'm not sure that it's actually pulling that much. So let's, I need a, not fluid, ME export bus. Oh nice, I already have one. I don't know if I'm going to use this yet. I haven't kind of figured out if there's something I want. Really quickly, if you don't know what these do, is the mass fabricator will break down any sort of fuel or liquid or anything you pipe into it. It'll break it down into positive and neutral matter. And then if you want the replicator, it will take a certain amount, like this one takes 1 positive matter, or this one takes 18 and 22, depending on whichever item you put in there. So if you want, like, say you want to replicate chlorine, you put this cell in here, and it won't use the cell up, but it will take 17 positive matter and 18 neutral matter, and they'll give you 1 bucket of chlorine. So basically you break stuff down in the mass fabricator, and then you can replicate it in the replicator if needed. I haven't figured out if there's something I want to do yet, but yeah, doesn't go. It's pretty slow, so it's kind of one of those machines you're just going to let run for long periods of time. So let's see if this is pulling 8. Okay, so that is draining. Okay, it is draining from my battery buffer. Sorry. Let me turn this off and check this out. Alright, so it does actually look like it is pulling 8 amps now. And since I only have 4 amps going in, or 8, I have 8 amps going in here, but I think I'm pulling more than 8 amps out. So I can, if I want, add another transformer on this side. It would be... No, I don't think I can do that. Unless... Because if I have my, like, wire coming this way, it has to be like straight. It can't go in the side and then up. And the wire would connect to the battery buffer here, unless I paint this a different color. So I could try that. Or I could put it on this side. I technically don't want to do this because this is an input into the battery buffer. I don't want to have that a transformer coming off that. Yeah, I guess I could add another transformer onto the side. So it's getting 12 amps worth of power going in. Or I could move... Don't think I can move that. Either that, or I could put a... possibly like a battery buffer over here. Maybe I'll do that. I could just put a battery buffer on this side, an EV battery buffer. And hopefully, since the battery buffer, if it's on this line, should be able to accept an amp per battery. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's try that to see what happens. How do I want to do this, though? I might need to move this one over. Put a battery buffer kind of right here. Let me get that crafted, and we'll be back. And we have the... I did the 9-slot battery buffer and 9 batteries here. And this, yeah, the cable can handle 16, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking... I just lost some of that, the matter in it. Oh well. Maybe... I don't know, what is the replicator actually? Let me look at... Replicator takes 8 as well. Okay. So they both take a lot of amps. So yeah, you're creating stuff out of other things, but they do require a lot of amps. Now I'm going to do a backup because I'm placing wiring and all sorts, and I always get nervous. Alright, I think that is facing the right way. And this should be... Yep. Okay, so all these batteries are filling up. So far, so good. And we will see if this works. Wrench. I do actually need 2 on this because I need to import the... Yeah, I need to like import the fluid. Alright, so fluid import. And I think I did add another fluid cell to my ME system because I was starting to get... I had about 20 fluids in there, and that was my limit. So I should have enough room for the importing 2 liquids here. So if we do this, that's... can't see. Did it go where it's supposed to? Yeah, it did. Okay. And then let's see, I have 14. How many have I have? 14. I have plenty of channels on the side. That's good. Alright, so there's that. So let's see if this works. Alright, so fabricator running. Is this gaining power? And this is gaining power. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. So this is pulling all these amps, but we are gaining power. And then this is producing very slowly the required positive and is it positive, negative? Neutral. Positive and neutral matter, I think it is. So let's just see. And then that is imported in there. Alright, these might... Not sure what's going to happen with these, because these are actually going down and these are going up. So we will see what happens with that. Overall, the battery buffer is going up. So they might empty out, but it doesn't necessarily mean they won't be... What's going on over here? Yeah, so this battery buffer is... It looks like I'm going to have to add another one over here, just because this uses so much power is the problem. So it looks like I'm going to have to add another transformer going in here. Alright, that's not the end of the world. Let's see, what do I have? No. I need an EV transformer, don't I? Need this one, insane voltage. And I don't have any of that. Aluminum, tungsten. Small coil. All easy stuff to make, but we just don't have any on hand. Okay, so what this is going to do is put the insane voltage in, and we're going to have to see if we can do it this way. So HV or spray. Let's see if this works. If I spray this and hook up a osmium, which is what I'm using for my insane voltage. I don't want to hook up anything to the power yet, but I'm just going to test this to see if this works. And if I paint this green, no, see, it's still attached. I was hoping that maybe it wouldn't attach. So that is not going to work. I can't have a thing on this side, because as soon as I connect this with power, it's going to go into here and cause explosions. Yeah, as we can see, this has really drained the batteries. I'm curious what's going to happen once these actually empty out. And I'm curious what's going to happen with this. Really, I just need to move this out of the way. Maybe get rid of this. And like, how do I get power into this with this right here? Because I'm gonna have to put a cable here. So this needs to not be there, pretty much. All right, let me figure out how I want to arrange this, because I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff out of the way, and then I will be back. Okay, just I think I figured what I'm gonna do, but I did notice. So these 8 batteries are drained, so obviously it's pulling these 8 amps, and this battery buffer is actually staying the same. So if we look at it, it's actually not going down or up. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just leave it kind of like that, which I don't particularly like having empty batteries. But if we come over here, now this one is actually losing. It's not getting enough amps. So we definitely need to come up with a better solution here. And I think what I have decided to do is put this up here. And I did do a backup just in case something goes haywire here. Alright, so that's me getting extreme voltage, transforming it down to HV. Fortunately, this is still yellow, but oh well. Oh, there we go, it actually fixed. Alright, so there is that. And what I'm thinking is I'll connect this here, and then I will have... Did I ever get this? Tungsten cable. I thought I got the machine hole going. Did I not? Am I out of something? I may be out of silicon over here. I am. I go through quite a lot of silicon rubber, to be honest. But I have... plenty of it. I just need to get it going. Which one? I can never remember which one I think it's this one. Alright, so there we go. That should do that. Stick in the machine hole. Nope, there it is. Oh, apparently... Oh, it was probably waiting to make the cables, that's why. Oh well. So I have an extra EV machine hole, but I use those plenty. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I was just trying to take... I only need... I think one more in there. Oh well. So there is my insane voltage transformer. And now I gotta do this before I hook it up. Okay, so that is gonna go there. Insane's gonna come out. EV is gonna go in. And how do I need to do this? Okay, so Electrum, I need my Electrum wires. So I'll do this there. I always get nervous when I'm placing wires. Alright, and that's coming out. Perfect. And that should be good. And now I need to get here, and if I do this, I should... If I do that, they will disconnect. And then I can just connect this to this down here. Which don't particularly like holes in the ground, so you can see through, but... Alright, so in theory, if I hook this up, nothing will explode. And now this battery buffer should be getting 12 amps into it, and it is charging again. Perfect. And then that should be... These are still going down. We'll see what happens once the... I think what it's doing is charging some batteries, and it's using them all, but then it's charging some. So that's why these aren't emptying, but it's not getting enough, maybe. I'm not 100% positive how it works, the power, to be honest. But we'll see once this fills all the way up what happens. Because it's still, yeah, it's filling 4 batteries up. So it's actually filling 12 batteries up once because of the multiple transformers. I really should have, for a 16 slot battery buffer, I should have 4 transformers going into it to really, just for this tier really, because all my machines run on EV power. So I have multiple machines running on this one battery buffer, so that's why this one's being drained so much. I mean, I could throw one right here, that'd be the easiest to do. But I really don't like having this off an input. I want this going into this top tier battery buffer, to be honest. Or right on this side, but this might be a bit difficult. Yeah, part of the problem is these need to be, you can't put it in the side. It has to be like straight across. So in order for me to do this one, it would have to come up here and over, which isn't the end of the world. But I mean, I could rearrange this. How would I get this over here though? Yeah, that's a bit... I mean, I could just move this out of the way. Anyway, we'll see what happens with this. But we are getting positive and neutral matter. Not, as we can see, we're not getting a whole lot. We only made 1 bucket of positive and 1 of neutral matter. Now the UU matter that we're going to need is 10 and 10 in an HV mixer. So I don't know how I'm going to want to do this. Should I have this backlogged maybe? Yeah, I don't know how I want it, because I don't want to have turn all this stuff into positive UU matter, because I do possibly want to use this. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but... let me get a mixer. Luckily all this stuff is all auto-craftable. I love that. And I think I needed a motor. And I have an extra hull, so we should get that now. I guess I'll just put my mixer down. I don't know if I want to put it over here. These batteries are already kind of like taxed enough with this thing running. Maybe I'll put it right here. And then maybe I'll probably just do like maybe 16 buckets of EU matter. I don't know. Put a storage bus on it maybe, and then I can just bucket out as needed. I think the only, because I do need it for stars and stuff. I'm not going to use it for combs. I don't think I'm ever going to get into bees in this pack. It just doesn't feel worth it. Like 16 sapphire combs for 1 thing of sapphire ore, it just doesn't feel worth it. So the only thing I'm seeing is the nether star. It's a whole lot of UU matter though. So you can create nether stars with this. But it's LUV tier, or IV tier. And nether stars are pretty easy, or for this. So I think Yeah, I think I'm going to do a storage bus on the mixer. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's get that going. So I need a fluid storage bus. Do I have a... No, annihilation plane. Alright, so I gotta make one of those. But let's get the mixer. What am I missing? Didn't I make an extra EV machine hull? I could have sworn I had another one of those. Yeah, there it is. It's like I thought I had that. Alright. So there's the mixer. And I need an export fluid bus. And I need fluid storage bus. Alright, so I can make that. No, molecular. And fluid storage bus, there we go. So there's my export fluid bus. I need my cable. We'll get that going. All right, so mixer. That power. And then like them all facing the same way. We'll do this. And I think I'm going to need a capacity card as well. In the fluid export bus. So we put that there, and I need to go get, so I can filter this. So I need a second bucket here. Is that, oh, there's the neutral matter. Thought the oxygen was the neutral matter for a second. Okay, so if we do this, I need the capacity card to put both of them. So there's that. So positive matter, neutral matter. And there we go. We are making UU matter. Fortunately, this is quite slow. It takes a lot of power, so I'm probably just going to leave this going. And I'm thinking we'll just do how many are on this? 5. Okay, I'm good. Is that, yeah. The storage bus, the fluid storage bus. I think this is going to work. And then I want extract only, I think. There might have been an easier way to do that. I'm not entirely sure. Like maybe do priority and have it so send the positive neutral matter in. I'm not sure actually, but I find it easier just to do the export bus. I might have been able to do that with only one thing, But anyway, let's just double check. All right, so there is our UU matter. So that is just gonna go up to 16 buckets, and I don't think I'm gonna need any more than 16 buckets of UU matter. So I'm just gonna let that go. And eventually this will backlog. But I think for now, this is looking pretty good. This is still draining. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen when this drains. We shall see. But as long as this is the main one, and this one's gaining. So we'll see what happens when this fills up, what happens with the other battery buffer on there. But that's going to be it for this episode. So we are getting closer to being able to make the wetware circuits. We're going to probably figure out a way to automate eggs for these stem cells, because that is a 5% chance. And an EV, so that is definitely a low percent chance. And then we'll get this growth medium, petri dishes, which is polystyrene, which I can actually use this too. But I have polystyrene. Might as well use it for something. So we'll get that going, and then hopefully, maybe next episode, we will get some... I don't think we'll get the circuits quite yet, but we're definitely working towards it. But yeah, I think I also might... Yeah, I don't know. I think we're pretty good on plasma turbines, but I think I'm going to start getting the materials to upgrade our reactor too. I can't do it right away. But I think I'm going to start working towards the tungsten steel and all that, because it needs quite a lot. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.